What is up, blessed ones? You know what's crazy? I vividly remember being in high school and not wanting to be in high school. And now I'm a high school teacher, and this is me on a random Thursday afternoon at the beach. Life's crazy like that. I'm super sore right now. It's been a exhausting couple of weeks between training and just a couple other stuff, being up early. Going to sleep late, being up early every day for a while, but we get a few days to kind of reset, so figured no better way than to spend it at the beach, you know what I'm saying? The water isn't always this clear on this side of Lake Michigan. It's nice to see. Now the title of this video seems a little bleak, right? This life is meant to break your heart. Only it's not meant to be. It's me being respectful of the reality that we all know, regardless of your background or personal beliefs, that everything and everyone that we love will eventually come to an end. And I think we forget about this all too much. We get so caught up in our worldly pursuit, whether it's of material-like possessions or of people we love. We let it break our soul much more than it should. It's a basic reality that if you choose to love someone, whether it be your brother, sister, mother, father, daughter, son, whatever it might be, husband, wife, along with that love is going to be inevitable heartbreak, either on your end or their end, because at some point it's going to end. Whether it's physical separation or spiritual separation, i.e. death. We get too disconnected from that reality. I once knew this man in college, an elderly gentleman. Great guy, one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. But long before I'd met him, he had this wife, and she had passed away about, a good time before I had ever met him. And through stories that I heard from him and from others, after her passing, she had died of cancer. He fell into this deep depression, and it kind of just tore his life apart. I know he lost his job, his finances just got out of hand, and it took him about a decade to kind of get back. And he also still had PTSD for a while after that experience. And I never quite understood it, and to this day I still don't understand it. I quite honestly, I hope I never do. I think it is a blessing that he was able to find somebody he loved that deeply, call it his soulmate or whatever have you. But as I had previously mentioned, we navigate this life with the understanding that no matter how much I love this thing or person, that's not going to make it last any longer. And he was a man of faith too, which kind of confused me a bit, because more so than anybody, he should understand that this life is not the end goal. And that's to me, that's one of the big beauties of Islam, because one of the core themes throughout it is the separation between this life and the next. This life we call the dunya, and the next life we call the akhirah. And it's this understanding that we all have that in this dunya, it's temporary. No matter how much you love a thing or a person, we know it's going to end. You could do everything right by it, but it has a finite amount of existence within it. And it's this constant, beautiful pursuit of eternal glory, eternal pleasure in heaven, what we call Jannah, in the Akhirah. And I think when you have this understanding, whether it's from a religious background or just a firm understanding of basic reality, that everything you love, everyone you love comes to an end, you find a sense of peace in it. Not happiness, but peace. Peace because you can now practice this love that you have without anxiety, without this pressure, because you know it's going to end. And that's honestly the beauty of life, that we know it's going to end, yet we still choose to laugh, we still choose to love, we still choose to live, knowing that it's going to end at some point. So again, it's not me making that statement, it's not pessimistic at all. It's honestly quite beautiful that if you can learn to accept that this life will break your heart, and that's the beauty of it. With love comes heartbreak. I'm not saying we should deny the pain. In fact, dive headfirst into it, accept the pain, and understand that it's a part of your journey, and just keep on living. Look at that water. Remember that at the end of the day, this life is meant to break your heart. And once you accept that, the pain is a lot easier to endure. From that point on, you're on your way to finding your true sense of purpose. And I hope that's within finding God. If it's not, I hope you find some peace in this life. Oh, stay blessed, everybody. Cold plunges, they never get easier no matter how often you do them. It's definitely a surreal feeling though, once you get the breathing going and you kind of just feel your whole body just turn into one unit and working together to just keep yourself alive and calm. So those 3-minute cold plunge, it sucks. The first minute and a half, maybe even a little longer. Once you find the rhythm, and once you get out, whoo, you feel like a brand new person. Oh, God bless. In the dozens of times that I've been here, it's never been foggy. It's actually so cool. Actually a beautiful metaphorical example of what I was talking about earlier. It's nice and sunny earlier. All of a sudden, literal clouds on the ground, fog. Everything in this life is meant to break your heart. It's not gonna last. But enjoy it while you can.